Well, we're excited to be playing tomorrow. Wyoming, obviously, it's with it being delayed from a couple of weeks ago or canceled or postponed, I guess I should say. We're excited to play. I know they've only played 2 games since that point, so they're 12-9. They're they're a team that can really get it going. They're very well coached. Jeff Linder's the first-year coach there, of course, had great success at Northern Colorado. A good friend of ours. And they put a lot of pressure on you. They shoot a lot of threes. They average 28.3 threes a game. They're number 10 in the country in 3-point field goals made a game, making 10 a game, and that's also number 1 in the Mountain West as well. And then they don't turn it over. They average 11.5 turnovers a game, which is also number 1 in the Mountain West. So they have a lot of new faces in their program. Besides their coaching staff, they play 3 freshmen. They start 3 true freshmen. All of them are good players right now with incredibly bright futures. Marcus Williams averaging almost 16 a game at 15.9, and he can really get it going and goes in spurts where you just kind of sit there and say, how are you going to guard him? Because he can score it at all 3 levels, shoots it well, got a great pull up, and obviously attacks it well, and then it makes great decisions. Hunter Maldonado, of course, is a returner, veteran guy who is so versatile. Is one of the most versatile players in the Mountain West Conference. Does so many things for them. You can play him all over the floor. Marble, of course, sophomore, really came on at the end of last year. Big, strong, powerful guard. And then their big kid, who's I thought giving him a shot in the arm, Graham. I don't know how to say his last name. Ek. Who's a big, strong body coming off an ACL or a knee injury. I don't know the specifics of it. Plays super hard, very physical, gives them a low post presence that they really didn't have until he got healthy. Ducell is another guy that really can shoot it. And, of course, Hunter Thompson is a veteran guy who is a pick-and-pop 5-man. So when you get ready to play these guys, it's almost like you got to get ready for 2 teams because Ike is a back-to-the-basket guy, and then they have Thompson, who comes off the bench, who's a polar opposite. A guy that shoots a ton of threes. He's a dead 3 at the 5 position. So you got to be really ready for a lot of different things. And then they play 4 guys out there. When Maldonado is like their quote unquote 4-man, you essentially have 4 guards out there that can pass, shoot, and dribble. And so, but we're excited to play. We've been saying it all along now. We just got to keep playing games, and hopefully we can keep our momentum going from coming off a good weekend against a tough team in Nevada. And with that, we'll open it up to any questions.
Coach, can I ask
all right, thanks, guys.
Okay. Coach, the three guys that you have come back all scored double figures against you in the conference semifinal last year, so you know them very, very well. And they showed last year that they can score the ball in that game.
Well, they can score the ball, and obviously, they really came on in the conference tournament. I think they're the first 11 seed to win, and they won 2 games, upsetting Colorado State and Nevada. And I watched that game this morning, and it was a heck of a game. It was a tie game with 4.5 minutes to go, or 4:45, and then we were able to make a run on them. But and that's what this team does. And obviously, they're a different team. With Williams getting all those minutes, and Ike and Ducell, and Drake Jeffries is another guy that really shoots it. And he played well against New Mexico their last 2 games. So, and he's a dead 3. I mean, he can shoot it from anywhere, and it's not surprising when those guys shoot it from 23 when they're shooting NBA 3s. So they can get it going. And anytime when you shoot 28.5 threes a game, obviously you're very confident in shooting the ball, and they do a good job. They space the floor very, very well, and all 4 of those guys can handle. So you just got to really be on point with what you're trying to do from a defensive game plan. And they're a team of runs, and they're going to put big runs on teams as we've seen throughout the year.
Hey, Coach, Rolly got in and got some minutes the other night. How's his recovery, and what do you see him going forward?
Well, he feels good, and that's a great sign. He didn't do anything live going into that Nevada game, and we just kind of, obviously we tested him and did what we needed to do that way. But he went in there and he felt good the whole time, played 14 minutes, and he looked good. He looked sharp. That's hard to do when you're out as long as he was, but I thought he looked sharp, and I thought he had a good rhythm to him. And we anticipate him playing again tomorrow.
Coach, Jake from the Statesman had a question. He had to work tonight, so he emailed it to me. He asks, you have an innate ability to be your best self and bring it every single day. Where does the drive come from, and what fuels your desire to win and be successful?
For me personally?
Yes.
Well, losing sucks, so it starts there. But you know what? I feel like the luckiest person on earth. Like, I get to do what I love to do. I love to coach. I love to be around people. You hope to inspire and make others better. And certainly, on the basketball floor, but in every walk of life. We get to be around 18 to 24-year-old young men in a growing stage of their life where they're growing and developing as people. And it's incredibly enjoyable and rewarding to see them go from a young freshman in your program until when they walk off that stage earning a degree. And they certainly give me energy. Hopefully I can give them energy and get to do what you're passionate about. When you get to I've been married for 25 years. My wife's an amazing person, 4 kids, and they give me energy. I want to represent them in a first-class fashion and in the right way and never let them down. I never want to let, the Utah State fans down and our athletic director down and everybody in our program. And so it's amazing to be able to do what we do this year or not this year, for doing this for a living. And it's exciting. It's awesome. And so life's too short. You better enjoy it while you can.
Coach, can you give us an update on Brock? And then I wanted to know specifically Marcus Williams, his game. It looks like he does shoot quite a few free throws and doesn't live off the three like some of the other guys on their team. Tell us about how he plays.
Yeah, so Brock is day by day, and we'll just see what happens tomorrow. And I know you guys get sick of that answer, but that's where it's at. And Marcus Williams, that dude is a talented guy. And 87 assists, 64 turnovers, 15.9 points a game, 25 steals, 105 free throw attempts, 34% from the three, makes about 1.7 threes a game, and shooting 45% from the field. So he does it all. He's a dynamic playmaker is what I would describe him as. And that's what great guards do. They can score it at all 3 levels. He's got unlimited range. He's very confident, and he's an excellent decision maker. So you got a guy like that, and he's a strong, powerful guy. When you got a guy like that playing the point, 32 and a half minutes a game as a true freshman, that's not easy to do. So he creates a lot of plays for his team. So whether it's for himself or setting other people up, he's really come on the scene in a major way.
Have you played a team that shoots this? They shoot over 50% of their shots from 3. Have you played a team that shoots this many threes all year?
Not that I can recall. Northern Iowa shoots a lot of threes, or at least they did when they had AJ Green. Obviously, he's been out most of the year. I don't think he played a game after we did. And of course, he's a top 50 to 100 player in the country. Trying to think who else maybe would. I don't think anybody that shot this many. So, and that's Jeff's style. Jeff Linder, like I said right away, he's been a longtime friend. And of course, coming from Northern Colorado, every year, each Division I team, except for this year with COVID, but is allowed the opportunity to play 2 scrimmages, two close scrimmages, 2 exhibition games, or 1 of each. And we've always chosen to play 1 exhibition game and have 1 close scrimmage. In our first 2 years at Utah State, we played Northern Colorado because they're very well coached. They put you in a lot of tough situations. They're very disciplined, and you find out quickly like what some strengths that you have, what areas that you really got to get better at. And I think they always wanted to play us because hopefully we do the same and help them out. And so even though he's new and we haven't played Wyoming yet, a lot of guys have some familiarity with that style of play, although obviously they're very different players from Northern Colorado. So there are some things. And of course, Northern Colorado, we played in a makeup game when we were shut down, and they do run some of the same things that Wyoming runs as well.
Hey, Al, to answer that question, you and I did, College of Idaho did, and Air Force did this year.
Okay, they've all shot that many threes or
well, just Air Force in game 1 against us. So in those games specifically against us.
The week the game got shut down against Wyoming, did you do anything in practice for Wyoming before that got announced?
That's a great question, Coach. We did. Our game against Fresno got postponed, I guess you would say, the day of, as we were on the bus ride to shoot around. We came home that night. We were off Sunday. We did a film session on Wyoming on Monday, and we walked through their stuff, and we did our normal first game because we were supposed to play them Wednesday, Friday. So we did our normal 2-day before the game routine, and we had about, 20 to 30 minutes left to practice, and John Hartwell walked in and let me know that due to COVID protocols that Wyoming did not feel comfortable playing us. So we finished up the practice, let our guys know, and then the next day we just worked on us. And I guess, then the next few days we started working on us, and as we moved into the Boise State week.